Oh look everyone, it's that time of year again. That time of the year when we shed the shackles of responsibility and homework and enjoy our summer. Oh wait, I'm an adult and I have an adult job and adult things to worry about. Adult things like my house, my toilets, and video games! That's right kids, I tricked you. You thought I was a true adult the whole time. I really got you, didn't I? Ha 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 ha. Well, now that I've deceived you, here's some quick and honest reviews of some games I got to play at PAX West 2017. In no particular order, we're starting with Far Cry 5. The demo centers around you picking a partner to help you complete a simple kill all the dudes with the triangles over them mission. You can pick from a dude with a gun, a woman with a gun, and a dog you can pet. I picked the dog like any sane person would. The mission involves you finding a sniper rifle, killing the dude with the megaphone on the building, and then killing the dudes that scramble around when you kill the other dude. Then driving a semi-truck to find another dude and having a short cutscene with him. Unfortunately, the demo glitched out and I didn't get to see the cutscene. The moderator acknowledged this, but didn't do anything about it, so I was just left to stare at the dog while he smelled shit for the rest of the demo. Next we have Metroid Samus Returns. This game was extremely difficult for me as I had never played a side-scrolling Metroid game before. The only other one I played was Other M, which I had enjoyed, but I'm sure I'll get a lot of hate for enjoying, which is life. People will down you for things you like. Don't stop liking them because people disagree. Anyway, the controls were pretty simple. The only issue was timing your melee counter. This is user error on my part because you have to wait for the enemy to actually attack you before you can use it, obviously. It's much like trying to parry in Demon's Souls. Difficult to time but satisfying to pull off. The demo finishes you off by pitting you against a Metroid. I destroyed it in about 4 seconds. The moderator even complimented me on it and said no one beat it that fast. Thank you, moderator dude. Next up, we have Coffins. Yeah. Coffee, baristas, offensive tactics, coffee cup on coffee cup action. Coffins is an indie game that you didn't think would be as intricate as it is. Coffins pits 2 baristas, or coffee lovers, whatever their hobby or profession may be, against each other in a battle for each other's drink. Punch their coffee cup with your coffee cup to steal away drops of their drink. Steal all their coffee drops to win the game. You have a choice between punching, hookshotting, and kind of flailing your coffee cup to hit your opponent's cup. Matches tend not to last very long and keep you on your toes. While it's a small target to hit, the coffee cup is the only thing on screen with a hitbox. Hit the other dude as much as you want, you ain't doing shit to their love of coffee. Alright, Splash, Blast, Panic, a game with all the directions for how to play right in the title. Pick your little Galaga ship thing and blast your opponents. Push them off screen to score points. Grab power-ups that allow you to do bigger blasts and that do more damage, splashes, if you will. Oh, and panic when things get crazy with all the projectiles on screen. Also, you have a weird dash move where if you press R2, you dash directly down. This allows you to meteor your opponents off screen, however, and was probably the reason I almost won and the reason I lost. Note to future players, make sure you actually judge how far you're supposed to fall before falling. You may die. Like me. Spartan Fist! Oh, yes! This is one I've been waiting so long to actually see in action. I followed it on Twitter a while ago along with one of their developers. Now the game was at PAX and I could try it. Spartan Fist is a first-person punching adventure game. The demo put you in a coliseum where you beat the voxelated shit out of other voxelated characters. The controls were a little tough to pick up at first, but worth it when you figured out the dash and the charge punch. I died immediately in every situation, but I enjoyed learning to dash and dodge and lasting 5 extra seconds against enemies that could punch me back. Spartan Fist is fun, and I hope they add in critical strikes and scream shakes and uppercuts and the ability to pick up and throw your opponent. Hint, hint, hint! 9 Parchments is an indie game coming to the Nintendo Switch. The game focuses on 1 to 4 wizards, players, using their spells which form lasers to defeat enemies. Combine 2 or more lasers to do an extra powerful laser attack which does more damage and looks cool. The demo put Chris and I with 2 other schlubs who didn't know the game too well, and we did moderately well throughout the level. Controls and laser combinations were difficult, also friendly fire was turned on, so hitting enemies became difficult when everyone was running around trying to avoid every other enemy and getting in the way of lasers. I died a lot because I ran out of magic a lot. Like, a lot. They need to increase magic power and turn off friendly fire. Please. Battle Chasers. This game really didn't wow me as much as I wanted it to. I saw the trailer a few weeks back and it talked about how it had the intro that was reminiscent of 90s cartoons. It did. It had a very Thundercats feel with the incredible animation, but the game really didn't deliver on the animation. I was expecting a free-roaming, beat the shit out of everything kind of game. What was delivered was a regular RPG game with puzzles as difficult as opening your fridge. Find handle, click handle, puzzle solved. The battle system was fine, it really didn't do anything amazing, it didn't take any risks. I was expecting a THQ spin on this, like they used to deliver in their games, but perhaps this is different than the final game. Perhaps I looked at the 10 minutes I spent waiting for something cool to happen wrong. Perhaps I could have been playing Biomutant! Before you ask, no, I didn't play Biomutant, but I wanted to. Alright, you may have heard of this one from my other PAX reviews, but I don't give a shit. I still like it. Midair. It's still a hill-skiing, jet-packing, tank-summoning, team-based shooter game that I had a lot more fun with this time because I blew up 3 of the developers in a match when they all got mad and teamed up on me. Good times. I blew them up with a tank. Anyway, the game is still high-flying, aim-planning fun that you won't find in many shooters today. Plan the fall-off of each of your shots to connect with your enemies and dominate the battlefield once you find that tank, because that's all I did. I lost because when developers get mad, they straight up murder you, but I still had fun. Mother Gunship is the best version of build your own gun that could come out for gamers today. Fight enemies, collect monies, and build your gunnies to take down bigger enemies. Attach more and more bits to your guns to increase the shots per second, the amount of gun power you have, and the amount of damage you can do. Then, be like Chris and annihilate the boss in a grand total of 20 seconds because you were smart about your gun bits unlike the 4 people we saw play. Follow the story of the first-person bullet hell all the way to the Mother Gunship, and I don't know what happens after that. Probably the end of the game. Shoot your way there and find out yourself. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is another in the line of Marvel vs. Capcom games that attempts to mix up the formula, ditching the somewhat comic book looking graphics of 3 and going full 3D model on all the characters. Also, the Infinity Stones are in this one, which kind of makes the whole Infinity thing part of the title. Pick your 2 characters, yes, you only get 2 this time, and your Infinity Stones. Then beat the living shit out of your opponent's 2 characters. Then when you're going to play another match, get asked in the most whiny voice from the dude behind you, how many matches are you going to play? As many as I want until I'm damn well pleased with this game. In reality, it was 2, and the Power Stone is super overpowered. Throw the enemy back, then throw them in the air with 2 well-timed Infinity Stone uses. Oh well, Ultron is cool at least. Monster Hunter World. Monster Hunter is finally going worldwide on Xbox, PS4, and PC, and... wait, not the Switch? What happened to the world part of your game? Do you just skip the 75% of the world that couldn't afford your $600 spy boxes? What about the representation of that portion of the world? Okay, Monster Hunter Some of the World's demo pit Chris, me, and 2 other people who waited for an hour in line against a T-Rex looking monster. We could pick our own weapons from the 10 or so the game has in it right now. I picked the bow because I figured with the creative ways Monster Hunter treats everyday weapons, I'd get some sort of physical attack, but was lied to! Shoot your infinite amount of arrows at the monster, and your other allies will beat it to death with their weapons too. Also look out for the large land lizard that gets involved in the fight too. The one in our demo attacked the T-Rex thing, so I guess it wasn't all bad. Dauntless. Now I know you're all sick of hearing about this one, but hear me out this time. It's still great. The cel-shaded, easy-to-control world still has not lost its charm in the many times I've demoed it now. It continues to stand firmly up to Monster Hunter and doesn't back down. This time I picked a hammer weapon with a fucking shotgun in it. This thing was awesome. I could shoot it while I was running to shoot it into the air and then bring my hammer down on the electric lizard thing it was telling us to fight. Totally cool. Anyway, Dauntless, still awesome, still amazing, still worth playing. Absolutely do it. Yes. Dragon Ball FighterZ, the newest installment of the mandatory yearly Dragon Ball fighting games, but this time it's back to the 2D button mashing game style instead of the intricate, fun, and complex dodging mechanics of the Tenkaichi games. Minus Ultimate Tenkaichi, not Ultimate Tenkaichi. That one is terrible. Anyway, they also changed up the art style to make it look more like sprites were used to animate every character. 3D models are done very well to show this, and the 4 to 5 frames of idle animation add to the immersive art style. The lighting is also beautiful, and landing a 30-hit combo is just as difficult as you'd expect. Pick your 3 characters, then punch, kick, and blast your way through and around them as you desperately try to remember which button does which attack, which combos happen, and try not to get angry at that one combo Vegeta does where it's like 10 blasts in 1 attack. Literally, you can just use that to win a match because it has such great range and damage. Annoying as shit. Anyway, still beautiful to look at. Okay everyone, here comes the magnum opus of PAX West. The one singular game that wowed me more than any other. The game that will absolutely break records when it comes out. The one that will receive more accolades than Kingdom Battle did from E3. Super Mario Odyssey. Yes, big surprise, right? This is the game that will blow you away. To quote Chris here, Super Mario Odyssey is to the Super Mario series what Breath of the Wild was to the Legend of Zelda series. Odyssey is a hilariously fun, imaginatively colorful, and eye-poppingly beautiful game with many secrets hidden behind walls, under ice, and on each faraway pillar. Break every block, take over every enemy, and ground pound every single lump in the stones to get every coin, every moon, and every purple triangle. Then go outfit Mario with a tux, a sombrero, or other stuff. This game is absolutely fun and one of the greatest games to be featured at PAX. October can't come soon enough so I can have this game in my hands, in my Switch, and in my library. Alright everyone, I think I've got all the games that I played at PAX West. I didn't play a lot this time because Chris and I were focused mainly on panels and pin trading, but it was still one of the best ones I've been to. I've never laughed so hard at a panel in my life, but I will leave you with one of my favorite lines from PAX. A single sentence that will have zero context for you, but had me almost on the floor crying. But I wore pants this time. If you were at the Improv Initiative panel, you'll get it. If you weren't, you can look it up on like YouTube or something. You will not be disappointed. Anyway guys, see you all next time. Woo! On to the next task. Cleaning my bathroom. Fun just never ends when you're an adult.